What's up, y'all? It's Lawrence. Welcome to Just Geeking Out. And today, I'm taking a look at all the live action Daredevil costumes. As you can see in the comics, he's had a full assortment of wardrobe options. Of course, we got the classic red suit. We got the yellow suit. You'll see that coming up in a second. And I love costumes, and I just want to see how well you take something that's drawn, the artist's work, and put that into live action form. And thankfully, we've had a number of live action looks. If you didn't know, Daredevil's been around a little longer than the Charlie Cox series, although that is an awesome take on the character. We've gotten different versions of him as that character, as well as some other cool nods too. So let's just get this ball on the road. Now, first up, we're going from my least favorite to most favorite. We have this Daredevil costume from Trial of the Incredible Hulk. This is Daredevil's first live action appearance. And it's a pretty simple suit, kind of just black spandex with some layers. It actually looked pretty cool for its time. I'll go on to say there's no costume on this list I dislike, but I do have an order of my likes. This is a really cool suit for like 1989. The mask could have been a little better. It just feels like cloth and it easily flips up, so that they could have had a little bit more fun with that mask. Next up, we have She-Hulk. Now, I know people love or hate this show for sure, but they gave us the kind of classic yellow suit. Now, I don't love the yellow suit at all, but I do love the design of this costume. It is slightly different than what he wore in the Netflix series. So as a design and how much more form-fitting it is, I like it a lot, but I have never been in love with the ketchup and mustard Daredevil. But I do love how that mask is molded to him, though. Next up, we have his costume from Daredevil Season 3. And it's very similar to his Season 1 suit. It's much more broken down. It's much more really grabbed whatever he could. His costume was taken by Bullseye. He has to kind of clear his name. It's just kind of just rags. So there's not much to love about this, but in the context of the story, it's really dope. It's really great in context of this kind of broken down Matt Murdock who wraps his hands in these ropes. It is so gritty and pretty powerful. But I really enjoy the Season 1 costume the most. Between the two, it's just more form-fitting, more thought went into this costume, and I really dug it. Like I liked him in this costume so much in the context of the story they were telling that I didn't even need him to get into his red suit, because it was so dope seeing him in this ridiculous costume that had no padding whatsoever, but it was fun. Next up, honestly, this movie gets slept on. Daredevil, starring Ben Affleck, is low-key freaking dope. Now, it does have problems, but his costume isn't one of them. For the 90s, for the time period, especially when these movies were really scared to show us comic accurate stuff. Like we had Spider-Man, but before that was X-Men in all black leather. Daredevil gave us probably the most screen accurate Daredevil suit that we have. It is completely red from head to toe. It is form-fitting. The mask shows his nose. It has the double D's on the side, on his chest on the side. I love this costume, and Ben Affleck looked great in this costume. I didn't care for the zipper down, but it's freaking dope. Now on to Charlie Cox's costume in Daredevil season 2 and 3. I mean, I love this costume. It's a banger. I like season 1 more because look at these gauntlets are a little different. They're clunky around his wrist and his hands. And I wasn't able to find a picture, but he kind of wears like regular combat boots here. And I like what season 1 did a little better. What I do love about this costume is how the mask is all red. I really love it. I love the color of red they chose too, more like a ruby red, which is so dope. And you can see the comparisons between season 1 and season 2 and 3. And I'll go into it. I like season 1 because it's a little darker, I think, although it could just be the color, but I like how streamlined his gloves and gauntlets are. Check that out. And his boots are very similar. Like his shin guards into his boots are more streamlined, so it feels like he's wearing a regular boot. And I felt like it was a little clunky in season 2 and 3, but I do prefer the mask in season 2 and 3. As you can see right here, I prefer it all red, not black. Echo, I think I really like this suit. I like it better than the Netflix series suits. He doesn't have the gloves I want him to have, but I love how form-fitting this suit is. I love, you can see the differences between the Netflix and the Echo suit. Now, I believe it's the same costume as She-Hulk. The same design, but it's just red and black. And then we get into Daredevil Born Again suit. I love everything about this suit except for like the collar shoulder area. That weird design. I love the texture on the mask. I think this is his best suit that he's ever had. I love the red. At first I thought the suit felt a little too comic booky, if that makes sense. Like it felt more like a superhero suit. But I mean, that's the point. That's what I love about it. I really enjoy it. I do like the collar on the other ones a little better. But like I love the streamlined gauntlets. I love that this is more of a strawberry red or apple red probably. This costume is pretty dope. It's padded but not over padded. It still keeps with the same elements of the Netflix series, so it still feels like it's in the same world, but obviously he upgraded his suit. I would have preferred him start this series in the beginning with the Netflix suit, and then when he comes back, you know, he dons this one. But that's my ranking, man. Let me know what y'all think. I'll be back. Same Daredevil time, same Daredevil channel.